Good morning. This session will review how to submit an in-rack device change request. To get to the in-rack device change request menu or form, go to Requests, make a request, in-rack device change is the selection. And the in-rack device change forms displays. Now, when would you use this request? This request is used if you want to make a change in a device without removing it from its rack. For example, you want to add memory into a device. Perhaps you want to add a second power supply or add disks. These sorts of things would qualify as in-rack changes. So, looking at the form, by way of overview, again, I'll call your attention to the blue question mark. The question mark presents documentation on the form. Everything I talk about on this video will be discussed also on this form, plus more. So take a moment to review the documentation. Secondly, there's 4 fields to fill out on the form. The first field is the site that you want where the device exists. You can see a list of all your sites. Select the site where the device exists. The room. Select the room at that site. Now, has the device change already been made? It may have already been made, in which case you're simply documenting it after the fact. But in this case, you can say yes or no. We'll leave it no. And then there's the 4th field is the required completion date. When do you want this device change made? I'll select the 25th as my completion date. Now that I've filled out the site, room, noted that it has not taken place yet, and what the required completion date is, I need to select the device that I want to make the change to. Clicking the select button shows me all 800 devices that are in the various site and room. So I need to search now for the device that I'm interested in. I happen to know it's an HP device. So I'll type HP in the device name, and I know that it happens to be device HP number 67. There it is. It's in rack A03 RU30. You can search by any column here. You generally need to know the device name in order to effectively find the device you're interested in. When you're making, like decommissions, you can select one or more devices to make device changes to. In this case, I'm just going to select this single device, LA1HP67. Having checked it, I'll proceed with the selected device. It lists it here in my request. Now I need to explain what change I want made and what the priority level is. As in other requests, there's 4 priority levels: low, medium, high, and urgent, with the response times listed in this tooltip. I am in no rush, so I'm going to leave this priority level low. I can reference an internal ticketing system. That's optional. I'm going to leave that blank. The request title is Add Memory to LA1-HP-67. And I better say how much memory. Add 1 gigabyte of memory to HP167. Make sure my correct company is selected, and I'll give additional information. Please complete by August 25th. Just to underscore the date that I required up here in the required completion date. Once again, like other requests, I can upload files and pictures if that would help the data center team to know what I'm asking for. That's not required in this case. I'll click the Save button. It tells me my request has been queued. I say OK. Now, two things to note. I'm returned to the request list. I can see my in-rack change, add 1 gigabit of memory to LA1HP67 is there. I can see that I am the requester and that it was submitted on August 16th. The data center operations team is also receiving an email saying that I made this request, and they can come to the request list here, read my request, and then plan work orders to get it done. As the data center operations team works through this request, when they close the request, I will receive an update that the request has been completed, and then I can carry on with my work as planned. All right, then, returning to the map, that concludes our session on making an in-rack device change request. Thank you and have a great day.